I am Nettles. You have stumbled upon my channel, or welcome back. I mostly write horror, but today we are doing a wrap-up of what I have been up to in like April, May, and a little bit of June, so buckle up, Buttercup. So first off, writing-wise, I have completed draft 8 and 9 of Seeds of Doubt, my middle grade horror that I am currently querying. So I went through and I did all my revisions, and then I had, I think, 3 final beta readers who went through, and so they were staggered just how it timed out. So I had one person read it, and then I would integrate their feedback, have the second person read it, integrate their feedback, and have the third person read it and integrate it. And then I sent that off to an editor, to Morgan, and then did those revisions. So I now have a draft 9. So 8 was really 8.1.2.3 and then draft 9. But yeah, so Seed of Doubt is officially draft 9, and I have begun querying it again. So here are my stats so far. I have sent out 21 queries, 13 are currently waiting for a response. I have 7 rejections and 1 full request, which was my in-person pitch at StokerCon. So all the ones that I've sent out cold query have all been nothing. They've been all saying it's not a fit for my list, or if this doesn't work out, send me your next one, or I didn't jive with your first pages. So it's a mixed bag. So yeah. I participated in 2 Twitter pitch events. Both of them were at the last week of May. So I did Pit Dark, where I got 1 agent like, which I then queried, and I did Kidlit Pit, where I had 2 agent likes, which I then queried. So far 2 out of 3 have already passed, and the third one is still out. It's still out there, so we'll see. So continuing with the writing, I have a new middle grade horror idea, which is Mama Long Eyes, which I have already started with the brainstorming phase. So I have art breeder portraits for my characters, I have some backstories for them, I have a general plot, and yeah, I feel like I need to find my characters' voices. So I may do some writing exercises to try and figure that out. I know what their wishes are and how the wishes are going to be twisted, but I need to figure out how somebody with those wishes would come across on the page. Like how would they speak? How would they have their internal monologues? Things like that. So I have 3 characters. I think it's just gonna be from the POV of 1 though, the main girl. So I have her and her 2 friends. So yep. And then I have been reading. So I already did a book haul for StokerCon in my StokerCon video, but I wanted to go over what I have been reading so far. When I started on my Hades and Persephone story, I started reading Tempting Hades by Emma Ham, and I am not very far in it at all, but it was very good so far. And I am putting a pin in this until my next middle grade option is completed. Then I have an adult horror, which is The Church Beneath the Roots by Felix Blackwell. I am almost done with the prologue. Oh my gosh. So this goes from 10 to 100 in the prologue. It just, it's so well done. I thought it was intense, and then it just kept going. So I'm very excited to keep reading this bad boy. This is the prequel to Stolen Tongues. So, The Church Beneath the Roots. Then I have Scare Waves by Trevor Henderson, the creator of Siren Head. I am on chapter 6, I believe. So this is a middle grade horror that has some art done by the author. So let me see if I can find one. So it has art by the author, and it also has some, I'm not on 6, I'm on chapter 8. The scarecrow picture. Okay, here we go. So it has some transcripts of a radio broadcast that's going on, which is the radio mystery show hosted by Alan Graves. So it's really cool having this transcript of, like, not a radio play, but like a radio show talking about the different mysteries of the town. So you get that backstory, but the main characters are usually like listening in on the radio on a drive and hear it, or it's just at the end of a chapter and it's like, ooh. So it helps piece some things together, and like why it's called Beacon Point, because of all the ghost lights and things like that. So really cool. I'm really enjoying Scare Waves. Then I have What Stays Buried. This one, I'm on chapter 6. So this one I got at StokerCon, and it is about a girl who is a psychic medium and can see ghosts, but her family is cursed, will ever lose that ability when they turn 13. She has a week to go. Some neighborhood boys have gone missing, and an entity is haunting her younger sister and trying to kidnap her. And she has a week left with these abilities before the curse takes it, so that she has to solve it within the week. So really cool premise. I'm digging it a lot. And then I have The Clackety, which I am on chapter 2, I believe. So this was comped on quite a few of the pitches on Twitter, and I was very intrigued, and so I got The Clackety. This is by Laura Senf. So yes, it is a series. Book 2 is already out, and I think book 3 is on pre-order. But yeah, so this one has a haunted slaughterhouse. I think book 2 is a haunted lighthouse. So very cool, and I am intrigued and I want to keep reading. Up next is a little bit of a haul for books that I got today. So I got Sisters of the Crimson Vine by P.L. Macmillan, and this is a adult cosmic horror novella about a bunch of nuns that were abandoned by the Catholic Church and so turned to another god. And the author of this was on a panel at StokerCon, and I was very intrigued, so I picked it up. And I also got the sequel to one of my current comp titles, and that is The Nightmare King, which is the sequel to Hide and Seeker. So this is also by Dr. Herman. So look at that cover. Look at that Nightmare King. But yes. So tag, you're it. It is a cursed game of tag that includes a nightmare realm. So yes. And my third and final book that I just got today is Evocation by Esty Gibson. I flippin' loved Dowry of Blood, so I'm excited to read more of her writing. And it says, "The devil knows your name, David Arstakov." So it is about a guy who was a psychic prodigy as a kid, and then as an adult they are like a what is it, lawyer? A Boston attorney. They're turning 30 and they moonlight as a powerful medium for their secret society. And yes, so, but with power comes a price, and the devil has come to collect on an ancestral deal. David's days are numbered and death looms at his door. So this is the first book in the Summoner Circle. So look at that beautiful cover, it's the Hanged Man. So yes, I am very excited. So travel-wise, I went back to Toronto for 2 weeks. I picked up my meds and enjoyed being by myself for a little bit, and came back, and 4 days later, went straight to StokerCon in San Diego. So I took the train down, I have a whole vlog about it, and I had an absolute blast at StokerCon. So that went from Thursday through Sunday, the end of May, beginning of July, and beginning of June. So yes, had an absolute blast. I pitched to an agent, I moderated a panel, I went to 2 horror university classes, I went to some regular panels, and ate a lot of Uncrustables in between panels. But yeah, it was amazing. And for things that I watched, I finally watched my first ever episode of Game of Thrones. So I watched episode 1 and I really enjoyed it, but I got distracted and I just don't sink a lot of time into television anymore, except for maybe anime. So yeah, it was good. I should continue. I just don't watch a lot of TV. I did watch seasons 1 and 2 of Bleach 1000 Year Blood War with my sister. The episodes are like 23 minutes a pop, and we would watch 1 or 2 at night while the baby was still awake, while my sister was trying to get her to fall asleep. So that was really nice. And I think that's all I watched. We're trying to figure out a way to watch Chainsaw Man together, because it's on Hulu down here in the States, which my mother has, but my sister will be in a different state than me when she can finally watch it. So we're gonna have to figure out how to do a watch party somehow. But yeah, I've seen Chainsaw Man a few times. So yeah, it's only 12 episodes. So it takes like, I don't know, 5.5, 6 hours to watch the whole thing, which is chef's kiss. I've read all the manga for Arc 1. I have the box set. And so I know where it's going with this arc, and I want season 2 so badly. And once there's a box set for Arc 2, I will get those manga and binge read all those. So yeah, I think that's about it for my wrap up. I am doing all right, ups and downs, lots of depressions from this querying journey, but overall right now it's an up. So I decided to refilm this video now that I'm on a higher note than a depressive note. So yeah, I have some awesome stuff planned ahead. July will be a stay-at-home in my parents' house writing retreat. So the whole month is going to be jam-packed full of stuff, and I have some friends giving me challenges for every Saturday. So there will be videos on Fridays for the week of regular writing retreat, and then I will be vlogging my crazy challenges on Saturdays, and those will go out on Monday. So expect Monday, Friday content coming July. So I am super stoked, And I think that's about it. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys all later. And stay tuned. I have some more videos planned before July, before the writing retreat extravaganza. So yeah, subscribe, ring that bell. Let's do this. Bye.